Got the shit in it.
From the 757 to the 713, where you know we stay whipping through the streets. Some will call it swinging bang, some will call it slow ride. I just call it cruising to the beat.
It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the beat.
Da, 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 da. It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the.
Da, 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 da.
Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Thursday, September 25th. What is up in the neighborhood? I must be getting black. Goodness gracious, that's what I think it is. I'm getting too black. Getting a little black over here. So please do not judge me for my actions. Judge me for, don't judge my skin color. I mean, I can't. I don't think I can handle it right now. But so today is pretty good day. Pretty good day. So I definitely want to, if I may, talk about a little bit about the pod, what's been going on lately, and then also we are going to dive into the long walk, him, and the next Karate Kid, and wow, I completely forgot what the last one was, but we're gonna dive into them. No, but we're gonna dive in those three for sure. If I have time, with time permitting, I will definitely dive into a few other things here and there. So with that, I would like to say where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find your podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Fighters. Welcome back. Man, it has been a while. It has definitely been a while. I would just like to say, first of all, I am sorry for not having the pod for past couple weeks. Mostly because I have been doing this 7 years, practically nonstop. I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot of, you know what I mean, there's like little breaks here and there, but I'm almost nonstop and doing other podcasts and stuff like that. And, you already know the Patreon, things like that. Nonstop trying to get the podcast out almost every week to you guys. And I was like, I need to take like just a little bit of short break. And I know I've taken a couple short breaks this year. And I'm going to try not to take any more breaks. I can't promise anything. I don't know right now really what the scheduling is like for the next couple weeks. So I'm hoping that I can have some podcasts ready to go for you guys. So please bear with me. I'm sorry. I've just been really drained and tired, and trying to get back in shape, trying to do the things that I need to do to get my body back and my mind back to, working at 110%. So I'm sorry for anyone that, if you look forward to the podcast per week, it's back. It's back. All right. We back like hood crack, baby. But, yeah, it's pretty much what I wanted to talk about right there. But I have been watching a lot of shit. I would just like to say that right now. Hold on, let me make sure I got my notes together. My notes are together. I just want to make sure, because I know I wrote something else over here, dog. Long walk home. Do I talk about? Oh, might want to talk about that a little bit. All right, cool. So we're gonna talk about two big movies that came out these past couple weeks. So I'm letting you guys know right now that there are going to be spoilers to these movies. I'm letting you know right now that there will be spoilers to these movies and TV shows. Lots of spoilers. Not gonna lie to you, because I really don't remember most. I remember a lot right now. So let's, so I'm just gonna, like, anything that just comes to mind. Okay, we're here. Okay, so just letting you guys know. Last time, spoilers will be a part of this podcast. Okay, so I'm letting you just go ahead, get whatever you need to do, get your popcorn ready, whatever you need to do. Let me see if I can move this closer so I just don't, I just look black. I just don't like it. I mean, well, I like being black. It's just that I'm fucking dark. You know what it is? I've been in the sun so long. Been in the sun a lot. That's what it is. Let me see if I can get it like right here. Like it looks like one of my eyes are missing. Like I don't get it. Okay, fuck it. We're just we ball. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. That's what the kids say. We ball, baby. Woo! And so, speaking of balling, first thing we're going to talk about is the long walk. Have no idea how that fit, but let's get it. So we watched The Long Walk. It's a Stephen King novel. I think they said it's one of his first ones, and it's looked like if I'm not tripping, it is set in like it looks like the 60s, maybe the 70s. Like the guys, like every kid on there is like dressed like that. Apparently, apparently America went through a civil war, and now they pretty much have a Hunger Games style fucking like every state gets one person to represent them, one boy to represent them or man, whatever. Well, really boys. I mean, let's be real. I think everybody seemed like they were either 18 or under, maybe 20 and under. Um we're watching this. I'm sitting here watching this movie, and I'm just like, this shit is pretty. It's an interesting concept. Y'all take a long walk. Last person that can walk wins. I mean, last person that can walk wins. And it's a really gripping story. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was talking to one of my friends, and they were like, "Yo, I would never thought of almost 2 hour movie of watching people walk would not be boring at all." And I was gripped the whole time because you didn't know who the next domino that was going to fall. You know what I mean? Like how were really it's like it's you versus you, to tell you the truth, except for one kid. I ain't gonna lie. The one kid got really like suckered into doing something real fucking stupid. So, and also it's the voice of the Joker from the animated series. I know you guys probably know is Luke Skywalker, whatever. um he is the general, and pretty much the general runs this thing, and it is also on live broadcast. So everyone in the country or probably the world can watch this. So I don't know really when this was actually kind of set, but it felt like Hunger Games. It felt like just walking Twisted Metal. You know what I mean? Like, the last person that wins gets a wish and they get money. Like I just this crazy as shit to me. I think it's a pretty great prize for putting your life on the fucking line, I guess. The main character, he I forget his name. McCar- McCarthy, McGathery, some shit like that. He has his own personal reasons why he wants to win the long walk. I don't understand. Like the dude was, I mean, like he had to be the least in shape out of everyone else in this. So me believing that he can make this walk was very much out of the realm of fucking possibility. If we're going to be honest with each other, I wouldn't make the long walk. I mean, but I would definitely make it further than the first kid that was clearly not fucking 18 years old or 17, however old they needed to be. And he caught a cramp. And that's how he died, because he caught a cramp. Listen to me, man. Listen, listen. I am representing my family in this, and I will not do some stupid shit. Now, I'm not even stupid shit. I wouldn't get fucked up by a damn cramp in my leg if my life was on the line. Fuck that. And oh, by the way, so the rules of this is they couldn't walk off of the pavement that they were using or walk towards the soldiers, or there's another thing. They could not go under 3 miles per hour. So as long as you're over 3 miles per hour, you're fine. You know what I mean? And you keep walking forward. Also, it was kind of cool. Actually, I would say this is a kind of cool concept that they had for this rule set, is that if you go under, so let's say you go under 3 miles per hour. Okay, so you get a warning. But if you whenever you walk another, I think another hour, it erases the warnings. Like, so say you got 2 warnings. So I think there was pretty much, you get 3 warnings, and then the last one is pretty much you getting shot. So so if you get a warning, maybe I'm sorry, if you get 3 warnings, you will have to walk 3 hours for you to erase all the warnings that you just got. Hopefully that made sense to everyone, because it made sense to me. Hopefully it made sense to you. So for me, I can shake out the damn cramp. Okay, cool. I might have to go under 2 miles per hour. I mean 3 miles per hour for a little bit. Get my legs right, and then get back up to 3 miles per hour. There's no fucking way I'm going to get shot in the motherfucking head for me cramping the fuck up. And this movie was very gory. I ain't gonna lie to you, very gory and very fucking nasty. To just give you guys some clear warnings, and if you are squeamish or anything like that, you might want to step away for a couple seconds. There are some scenes where people are shitting, and I mean absolutely like shitting, and almost dying. I think one of them might have died when he was taking a shit, like type like it really, you just didn't know. Like, you would think, like, how are these people sleeping? Oh, well, my friend here is holding me up. So and they were like, I would say this, for people that weren't trying to die, they were definitely helping each other out a lot. That would really, it really made it weird for me. I didn't understand. I said that one kid was like, "Man, yo, man, I'm just here to make friends. I'm just here to make friends. Hey, this thing has been going on for 15 years. I know for fucking sure that all your families had to have watched this live broadcast and know what the fuck happens to these kids whenever they lose whenever they go and they, you know what I mean, they lose in the challenge. So for you to think that, like, you're gonna make friends and then leave with friends, you're tripping, because you have to outlast everyone. The fuck are we doing here? Like, this is a very cutthroat situation. I'm not getting shot in the face for some stupid shit. And oh yeah, by the way, they couldn't they couldn't, like, fight each other and things like that. It wasn't like cutthroat type deal. One of the kids, like, really made someone crash out and get shot by the soldiers. And then they started dealing with delirium, of course. The main character, Garrett, saw his mom, and this apparently was in his home state, and he went to go see his mom. His mom was sitting on the sidewalk. He almost ran to her off the pavement and died. They were ready to shoot his ass. He had like a couple warnings. His homeboy Pete, that was his name, Pete. Pete had a hell of a backstory. I'm glad they finally gave it to us around the end of the movie. But Pete was a real one. Everybody needs a friend named Pete. Okay, I'm just letting it be known right now. I want, like, you go out and you watch this movie, you want a friend named Pete, because Pete could have left Garrity a couple times in this movie, and he did not. Like, he kept him up pretty much for most of the movie, if we're being honest. I don't think Pete ever went to sleep throughout this whole entire thing. Like, they never really showed Pete, like, really struggle for real with the long walk. Actually, him and the who eventually we get told is the general's son, he is probably, they were both probably the most in shape out of everyone in the whole thing. I think that they did a really good job. But my favorite character was the little Chinese kid. What was his name? It was like it was a weird, it was a complete, hold on, let me try to see if I can get this. Oh, let me get my phone out real quick. So, and the only reason why I'm saying Chinese is because he was in the next Karate Kid. Hold on, The Long Walk. And also he's been on I normally listen to the Lone Lobos podcast. He was also on there too, and he is a completely different character than what he is on as the Karate Kid. Hank, yeah, I knew it. Hank Olsen. The kid name was Hank fucking Olsen. He talked the whole entire time, and when he stopped talking, that's when I knew, oh, he's about to die. He's about to die. And when old boy walked up to him and was like, "Yo, your friend is like on his last leg, practicing type shit," and for everybody to kind of notice that he was, but like it just seemed like he was a zombie. He was just walking forward like a zombie, and it was just him cursing the whole time. I think the funniest part, I think the funny one with that was they were like, yo, what will your wish be? He said 11 naked women. He's like, they have to pay those women to be there, right? So I mean, you can just have the money and just do that. Like, what the fuck? And to know his secret at the end of the movie was wild too. That was wild. I would have never thought that one. But he talked a lot of shit throughout the whole time, and I think he was a really good comic relief throughout the whole movie. To tell you all the truth, man, I thought he did an amazing job as comic relief. I think it's Ben Wong, right? I'm Wang. Ben Wang? Oh, you motherfucker. Yes, Ben Wang. He was also in American Born Chinese. I didn't haven't gotten the chance to watch that yet, but I heard really good things about that one. But yeah, overall though, I love this. I like the movie. I was very impressed by it. I think they did a really good job of keeping your attention, making sure that you don't get bored, because when it was time to like kind of when it gets a little lull, when you feel like you're getting a little lull, someone else gets killed. Like if someone else drops type situation, someone surprising drops. You know what I'm saying? I think they did an amazing job at keeping your attention, at keeping the attention not just in the gory, but also going with a really good story. You're welcome. I just did a bar right there. Did a really good story, and also like the development of this friendship between Pete and McGarry. Oh, I'm saying his name wrong, ain't I? Garrity. Yeah, his name is Garrity. I'm sorry, Garrity. And you sit around here, you're watching it, it's just like, yo, it doesn't even feel like 2 hours. This felt like I was walking with these kids this whole time. And so I definitely am going to tell you guys to please go watch it. Myself, this is one of my favorite Stephen King movies, that adaptations that they've done so far. Let's be real, they did do Dark. This is the same people. I mean, well, same, not maybe probably not the same people, but these are people we have seen Dark Tower have done fucking wrong. So I mean, and also I actually, now I think about it, I think 11/22/63, the JFK assassination. I'm probably said that shit all the way wrong. I think that's actually his best work. I think that actually, out of adaptation wise, that's the best work that they had. I just, wow. Hold on, let me make sure. Man, hold on, because it's the I just want to make sure. Let me, because it's the dates here. 11/22/63. My bad. So it'll be 11/22/63. With James Franco, he goes back in time and tries to stop the Kennedy assassination. Yo, that's some of the best work that they had. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fucking whoever worked on that, I didn't get to see who, but whoever worked on it did they fucking thing. So if you guys get a chance, definitely go check out The Long Walk. Great show. I mean, great movie. Also great show. 11/22/63. You guys are going to enjoy it. I promise you that you're going to enjoy it. You're going to think you guys are going to think I'm joking around, because it's like fuck, what's the word? There's a word for what it is. Bias, something bias, current bias or whatever. So definitely, like I say, guys, please go check out The Long Walk. It was a really good movie. But since we are talking about new movies that just came out, we gonna talk about him. What's his name? Him. Talk about even more weird and gory movie. Yo, this movie is crazy. The backstories, just the fucking watching Marlon Wayans just be Marlon, would like be a great actor, like turn into this amazing Oscar worthy actor. I yeah, I very much loved this movie. I thought they did an amazing job with connecting Marlon's character to the quarterback that's trying to take his place, and to know practically you're gonna have to kill me to get there type situation. And I'm going to say one thing about him that I wish they kind of explored a little bit more, and maybe they just couldn't. But that occult shit, I wish they explored that a lot more. Like, if we were going to make this like a movie about occult things where did blood sacrifices and things like that, I feel like we should have had more of a backstory of why this is of how this came about. Because if you watch the movie, I'm just making sure everybody knows there's spoilers once again. If you watch the movie, Marlon's character got his longevity or his greatness from his predecessor's blood. How did this ritual become a thing? I wish that we got more of a backstory behind that. Maybe even a backstory behind the group that was trying to have them use each other's blood to become great, become the GOAT, become him, become him. But overall, I would have to say this had to be the dude's worst 7 days of his motherfucking life. That the ending to me was a little whack though. I needed a little bit better closure. Like, what did he do afterwards? Did he still try to become a quarterback, or did he try to be a veterinarian? Or maybe he took over his own group. I don't know. I wish they didn't leave us on that type of cliffhanger, because it's like, if you're not going to do another one of these, I don't want to be guessing. That's just fucking dumb. But at the same time, I'm like, it just seemed like y'all could have made this. Y'all, what you could have did, yes, you probably could have killed this whole council. Sorry, my allergies have just started to kick in. You could have made this. I mean, yes, he killed the whole entire council, but why is this not being uncovered? Why didn't you uncover this? Why if you're gonna do all this, hey man, people been taking each other's blood and becoming the GOAT, or becoming more healthier, or recovering from injuries faster. I don't know if this is PEDs. I don't know what the fuck this is, but it's some weird ass shit going on here at this place, and we're gonna need to figure this out. The football aspects of it, he actually did a really good job. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But for bro to have a brain injury and getting onto a football field and getting in one of the first things he did was going full on headbutt against a defender is by far the most asinine shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Yes, we were trying to make sure that it was some bullshit that involved, and him knocking this dude out that's not signed to their team, to not sign to the team that they're supposed to go to, is interesting, to say the least. And they just left him there lying down. Did he die? Like, what are we working with here? Was that a blood sacrifice on the field? I don't know. Who knows? There's one more thing. Sorry. Also, the Super Bowl winning team never in history have ever picked first in the draft. Just putting it out. That's just me. It's a little knickknacks. A little knickknacks that kind of bother the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. It really bothered me. But it's cool. It's all right. We're gonna be fine. Hold on. I want to just make sure. I'm gonna try to get their names. Where's the cast? There we go. Cam. There we go. Damn, his name is Tyreek Withers. The fuck? Isaiah Wright. That's right. That's his name. Yeah. Oh, that was Julia Fox. Ooh. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. Julia Fox. She looked fucking amazing. I ain't gonna lie. They whatever they did to her, continue doing that shit. Holy shit. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought at the beginning of it, I thought that was Lady Gaga. She kind of looked like a lady. Please don't come after me, monsters. I don't have time for this shit. I thought it was Lady Gaga for a second. Okay, I'm allowed to fuck up. All right, players fuck up too all the time. But overall, him was a good movie. I just wish maybe it's just me. I was expecting something weirder, and I'm not. And once I talked to Mark and Carroll too, he was like, "Man, it's probably getting bad reviews because of Jordan Peele and Get Out. Get Out did so well that it's hard to replicate that success because it came out of fucking nowhere, which is understandable. The problem is that this is a Jordan Peele produced movie. This isn't him directing. Now, did the director go kind of down the same kind of path that Jordan Peele had? Yes. Was it as weird as some of Jordan Peele's shit? No. But some of his stuff, except for Nope, I feel like had a interesting backstory behind it. Like, we actually got a backstory. Except for Get Out. Get Out doesn't really give us a backstory either. But we just know what happens. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if we're going to go down this path, I'm sorry, I might have to cut this one short. My throat is itching. If we're going to go down this path of like, this dude is taking it from his predecessor, this predecessor, that, you know what I mean, his successor, this, that, and third, why aren't we getting a little bit more of a backstory of why this is happening? why is it? Oh, why it just seems like it's always the black player? Why is that the case? What is so special about the first person's blood from football? Ever since football was made, you have to think about it, y'all. Football's been around since like the 1800s, and so like late 1800s, of course, but it's been around, and so to have that history, why why did it start there as the GOAT having, was he the first one to pick up football? What was the deal there? Why is this a interesting topic? Why did you make this an interesting topic? I hope some way, somehow they may do another one where they explain, like maybe they have the first person ever to that share their blood as the GOAT. Why were they the GOAT? What made them tick? What made this blood so special that it can get passed down to other people? That's what I was trying to understand. So hopefully we get something like that. But overall, I love I love those movies. I think they did a really good job with it. The story, it was weird. It was weird enough for some people. I wish it got a little weirder. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have got a little weird with it. Yeah. There's some scenes in there. If you guys understand what I'm saying, there's some scenes in there where you can get a little weird with it. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. Y'all some freaks, freaky motherfuckers. Good 69 yard. Y'all some freaks. Okay, continue on. All right. Lastly, because I need to get these out of my backlogs too. This is kind of like the backlog. This is the backlog podcast. If you might, it may seem, but I would like to say this, and this is gonna sound crazy to y'all, but I don't really care. The next Karate Kid was not a bad movie. Okay? Or Karate Kid Legends. Why do I keep saying the next? You know why I keep saying the next Karate Kid? Because they never brought fucking Julie. I'm sorry. Continue on. I don't know why they act like that didn't happen. I don't know. I loved that one. I loved it. I don't care. Why did they act like that movie did not fucking happen? I'm going to continue on. Y'all want to know why I have such a big connection to that movie, by the way? Just in case, I know you guys probably have listened to me talk about the next Karate Kid a lot. Why I have a big community, why I have a big connection with that movie, and my mom will tell you this too. We used to go down to Penn's Landing like every other weekend to go see a movie. That was one of the movies we went to go see, was the next Karate Kid. That's why I have a big community. I love Hilary Swank. She was amazing in that movie. Mr. Miyagi moves to Boston and teaches a girl how to beat the shit out of dudes. It was a fucking great movie. It wasn't like kind of like downgrading dudes or anything like that. I know there's some like little soy boys that's going to be mad and say, "Oh, a girl can't beat up a guy." Yeah, well, I mean, I would like to see some of you step in that octagon with Cyborg. Just putting it out there. Some of y'all step in with Amanda Nunes. I definitely don't think you're you're not leaving with the win on that one, buddy. Okay, continuing on. Sorry. That was personal diatribe. That should never went down. That's on me. I think I'm the opposite of toxic masculinity. I don't know. I mean, I'm masculine enough. I mean, like I do have something. I'm packing a little bit. But okay, continue on. Karate Kid Legends though. Great movie. I wouldn't say great. It was a really good It was a really good installment of the Karate Kid series. To have Jackie Chan's character and also Ralph Macchio's character, aka y'all already know, Daniel's son. Have Daniel LaRusso come to to New York to help this kid get ready for a big ass street battle or fight with this other kid who happens to be motherfucking MK from Into the Badlands. Woo! Hey, actually, MK did turn into a little bitch at the end of the Into the Badlands, but I was still excited to see him because I wish that there was another season of him, like especially since that one kid found the fucking gun. But that's what we're going to continue on. We're going to continue on with the anger, without the anger of talking about that damn show that should have kept fucking going. It's too late now. It's too late, fuckers. Okay, continuing on. Andrew, calm down. I know it's a great movie, great show. Let's go, man. It's just okay, baby. It's all right. Woosah. Remember your pressure points. Okay, cool. Okay, remember it. Okay, we're good. It's okay. Okay, we're going to continue on now. Sorry. One problem I had with this movie though, did the kids just not go to school? They just fought. They just scrapped all the time. Like, yeah, he got dropped off at school when he was in China the first time. And then he gets moved to New York, and it's like he stopped going to school. Like, school did not exist anymore. He was actually training Pacey's character. Oh, I'm going to say this. My brother Rob's probably listening to this right now. Um, he knows who Pacey is. Casey or Pacey, I think it's Pacey. And they just had a reunion a couple days ago without James Vanderbeek couldn't be there. You know what I mean? James Vanderbeek just got died or like a couple years ago that got diagnosed. I think I don't want to be wrong. I definitely with cancer, like stage 3 cancer. He had done like a video beforehand. I guess he got sick before they did the reunion, and my brother Rob was a big Dawson's Creek fan. Oh, that's what the reunion was. I know you guys like, what reunion of what? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Dawson's Creek. I used to watch we used to watch Dawson's Creek before we went to school. There's a lot of shit we used to do before we went to school, and it would go like the fucking seasons. But Dawson's Creek used to come on. He could tell you better than me. I think he used to come on TBS in the mornings, like before we go to school, and then also like whenever it like new episodes came on, it would come on prime time. So I'm saying Pacey because he knows who I'm talking about. Also, we know him from the Mighty Ducks. Yes, absolutely. Don't worry. I know you guys like what the only reason why I said Pacey is because sorry. The only reason why I said Pacey is because, you know, the reunion just happened. And hold on, I want to make sure I give him his fucking flowers though, man. His real flowers. I know it's Joshua something. Emilio Estevez, Vincent LaRusso. The fuck? That was Joshua Jackson. I knew it. Charlie Conway. Ha ha! Yes. Yeah, you're welcome, fuckers. You're welcome. Yes, but his name was Pacey, and right is Pacey. I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm gonna make sure I get this right because I feel like a dickhead if I don't. And also he was on Fringe. You're welcome. And also on The Affair. Great. The Skulls. Oh yeah, that's right. He was on The Skulls. Great movie, by the way. If you guys get a chance, go check out The Skulls. If you want to hear about some occult shit, there you go. It's the Skull and Bones Society from Yale. I think it's Yale University also. So yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure. Literally Dawson's Creek, the first thing that came up. I'm just that stupid. Yeah, Pacey. My shit. Pacey Witter. Woo! But they had the cast read, I think, the first episode of Dawson's Creek, and Lin Manuel, the dude from Hamilton, actually read for Dawson in place of James Vanderbeek. So hopefully James Vanderbeek somehow figured out. I mean, hopefully he gets into remission here soon and is able to you know continue on life, man, because he's a great actor. I love Rules of Attraction. Great movie, by the way, with him in it. Continuing on, I know I keep going away from Karate Kid Legends mostly because they didn't bring fucking Julie back, or any of the kids from fucking Cobra Kai. So like the Daniel LaRusso's daughter just does not exist no more. I know she went out of the country to go to college. I don't give a fuck. Okay, does his family not exist? He has like a wife at home with another son. He has a son also. So did you just forget the fatherly duties and just said, fuck it, I'm just going to go to New York and teach this random ass kid? I love that there was a connection between Jackie Chan's character and Mr. Miyagi. That was cool also. I actually think I really enjoyed that part of the story, like bringing that together too. And so the movie was overall good. The action was good. The fighting was pretty good too. It was Karate Kid action. No, this is for a second. So, Ben Wang played really good. Ben Wang had to play a kid that didn't curse to a kid that cursed all the fucking time. That shit was weird watching him. It was weird watching the kid curse. Like when you watch like I think it's Battle of Shaker Heights. I might be wrong. But when Shia LaBeouf started cursing after doing fucking Even Stevens, and you're sitting here like, but he doesn't curse. He's on Even Stevens, like type shit like that. And you just see, I watched like this featurette with him, after doing this. He was just like, what the fuck, man? I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, wait, hold on, bro. You don't curse. You on Disney Channel. What the fuck are we doing here, dog? Did you just fucking curse? What's wrong with you? Like, it was weird watching a kid, like, you watch him as a kid, like, play a kid character that doesn't curse, is, you know what I mean? He gets into kid shit to a point to where he's actually married, cursing, and talking about, you know, other people, talking about having 11 women, butt naked women at the for his wish. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, he just went a whole 180 on the character. Like, I thought it was pretty cool to watch. It was weird to watch and also cool to watch all at the same time. Like, I watched this dude literally grow up right here, right before our eyes. Like, I think he was like just a kid on fucking American Born Chinese too. So it was, I really enjoyed that movie, man. It was way better than what people probably would thought, man. I thought it was pretty good, and I love action movies. I love action movies. I love karate movies more than anything else, of course. But I mean, kung fu movies. You know, I grew up on kung fu. Okay, so all right, so we got to everything kind of. I'm going to talk about Waterfront next episode. I'll probably do that tomorrow if I have time and also the voice and energy to do it. There's a few shows I want to talk about here coming up soon. Kaiju number 8, of course, came out. I don't know how to say the name. I literally learned how to say it, and I'm going to fuck it up. I'm going to say Gotcha Chia Kuta. Gotcha Kut. I won't have the name down when the podcast happens. This is an anime. It's actually a pretty cool anime. Actually, I kind of connect this anime just a little bit. I'm gonna let you guys know why I connect with that later on. But I'm definitely going to It's going to be a very vulnerable time for me, guys. So I just want to make sure you guys understand. Goodness gracious, I'm up there. I just want you guys to understand that, like, you know what I mean? Don't judge me for what I tell you guys. Judge me for my legacy. That's all I ask for. So, right there, we're going to leave it off right there. So, I would like to thank all of you so much for sticking around, being subscribers, being supporters. If you guys have not yet, please go check out the Patreon. Our latest episode, our latest episode is a time that I met a former skinhead. No, how the fuck do I always do that? When I met a former skinhead. Only $3 a month on the Patreon. Also, if you want to just buy the post, buy that episode is $5 just for that episode. So if you guys get a chance, definitely please go check out the Patreon. We're gonna do a lot more those type of stories, those type of hit stories, of course, as we go, and some of my opinions on sports and things like that, of course. So with that, I would like to say I love you guys so much for thank you guys for listening to the podcast. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find your podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. And with that, I like to say I love all you guys so much. Thank you so much for sticking around with the pod. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.